All right, we are ready for Chapter 5, Nail Structure and Growth. This is your test review, Real Talk with Miss Wendy, Miladies, and let's get started. So how would you recommend clients make their plate grow thicker? Well, I'll tell you right now, nothing makes the plate grow thicker. So the answer is B. That's an easy one. Nothing can make the nail plate grow thicker. Number 2, how long does it take for fingernail plates to fully be replaced? I believe it is 4 to 6 months. A. So let's go ahead and take a look at that on the answer key, and it is A, 4 to 6 months. So that's how long it takes for a fingernail plate to be fully replaced. Which of the following is not a part of the natural nail unit? Nail plate, nail cuticle, nail matrix, or nail onyx? I believe it's the onyx. 3, it is the onyx. D, onyx. So onyx is not part of the natural nail unit. What are the characteristics of a normal, healthy nail? Soft and flexible, firm and rigid, firm and flexible, or soft with ridges? I do believe it is C. Number 4 is C, firm and flexible. What part of the natural nail unit protects the tips of the fingers and the toes? Nail plate, nail cuticle, nail matrix, nail bed. Well, it should be the nail plate. Number 5, that would be correct. It is A, the nail plate covers the tips of the fingers and the toes. The natural nail unit includes which part of the finger? The natural nail unit includes which part of the finger? The tip of the first knuckle, the tip to the second knuckle, the whole finger, or the nail itself? Okay, well, the natural nail unit goes all the way back to that knuckle, right? So we're going to say A, the tip to the first knuckle. Number 6 is A. That is correct. What color is not normal for a healthy nail? Pink, beige, white, or red? Well, I would say red. Number 7 is correct. That is B. Reddish is not normal for a healthy nail. Number 8, Angela is trying to be a cosmetologist while she is working on a client. Her manager stops her because she's about to clip too close to the eponychium. What might Angela have confused the eponychium for? The nail plate, the nail cuticle, the nail matrix, the natural nail. Well, I put the eponychium, or the picture of the nail, up here so that you could see, and the eponychium is right back here. So what did she think she was going to be cutting? I'm going to go with the nail cuticle. Number 8 is B. The nail cuticle is what she thought, but in reality, it was actually the eponychium. What part of the natural nail unit protects the tips of the fingers and the toes? Well, that should be the nail plate. Number 9, yes, that is correct. It's the nail plate. Right here, it should show you, right here's the nail plate, which is what we think of as the fingernail. But it's actually just the plate part of the fingernail. All right, number 10, the lateral nail fold is also known as what? The sidewall, Bowes lines, the eponychium, or the free edge? The lateral nail fold, I believe, is A. It is A, the sidewall. The lateral nail fold is also known as the sidewall. The proximal nail fold is the entire flap of skin that covers what? The proximal. The sidewall, the nail bed, the matrix, the free edge. Let's look at number 11, and that would be the matrix covers, the proximal nail fold. It covers the matrix. Number 12, the nail plate has approximately how many nail cell layers? I do believe it is 100. Let's see, number C, 12 is C, 100. That's how many layers the nail cell has. What's the water content of a healthy nail? On number 13. Well, I know it's pretty high, but I don't think it's the highest number here, so I'm going to go with C. 13 is correct. It is C, 15 to 25% is how much water is in the healthy nail. What is the visible part of the matrix that extends from underneath the living skin? Sidewall, nail plate, free edge, or lanula? Number 14 It is the lanula. So it's this part right here. This is the matrix, that teeny tiny little area right there. This is your lanula. So that is the lanula, is what is the visible part of the matrix. You can see the matrix through the nail because of the lanula. Number 15. What is the slightly thickened layer of skin that lies between the fingertip and the nail plate's free edge? I believe it's C, the hyponychium. Number 15 is C, the hyponychium. So hypo just tends to be over something, like overproduction, over something with your body that has to be overproduction of some kind. So the hyponychium is what goes over the nail plate's free edge. Cuticle moisturizers are designed for all except, now I read this question a little bit ago, number 16, and the answer is A. You're going to have to look that one up. I did a brief look through my lesson plan. I didn't find the answer, but I know that it's in the book because if the question is on the test, it's in the book somewhere. But I am concerned over this question. The cuticle moisturizers are designed for all except, and the answer on the test is the cuticle. So the cuticle moisturizer is not designed for the cuticle. It's designed for the lateral sidewalls, the hyponychium, the proximal nail folds, and the cuticle. Now, that's what we're going to go with. Like I said, you're going to have to look that one up. What is the living skin that supports the nail plate as it grows towards the free edge? Is it the cuticle, the sidewalls, the nail bed, or the nail matrix? Number 17 is nail bed. That is the living skin that supports the nail plate as it grows towards the free edge. What helps guide the nail plate along the nail bed as it grows? So what helps guide the nail plate? Free edge, the sidewalls, the bed epithelium, or the cuticle? I believe 18, yes, is D, the bed epithelium is what helps guide the nail plate along the nail bed. Number 19, why must the hyponychium be treated gently? It's because a damaged hyponychium would mean that any nail service would have to start over. If the hyponychium is damaged, it would cause the rest of the nail service products to work incorrectly. A damaged hyponychium would need immediate medical assistance, and if the hyponychium is damaged, an infection under the nail plate is possible. That's the one I'm going to go with. None of the others seem to really relate. We're not going to start a service over because of a damaged hyponychium. That doesn't make any sense. It's not going to cause the products to work incorrectly. That has nothing to do with it. It doesn't necessarily need a medical assistance because, again, the hyponychium is that little free edge right there. So, but it is damaged. You can get an infection up underneath there. So the answer is D. How would you compare the relationship between the matrix and the plate? The length, width, and curvature of the matrix determines the thickness, width, and curvature of the plate. The length, width, and curvature of the plate determines thickness, width, and curvature of the matrix. The texture of the matrix determines the texture of the plate, or the length of the matrix determines the length of the plate. I do believe it's D. I do not believe A or B is correct at all. So we would have to be choosing from C or D, and the length of the matrix is what determines the length of the plate. I do believe number 20 is not correct. 20 is A. The length, width, and curvature of the matrix determine the thickness, width, and curvature of the plate. So everything about the matrix is going to determine everything about the plate. So yes, the length is correct, but it's also the width and the curvature. This one talks about texture. This one talks about matrix. So this would be the most correct. It's one of those things that trips you up. You know, it talks about the most correct. All right. 21. What is the average rate of nail plate growth in normal adults per month? I do believe it's 1/10 to 1/8, but let's take a look. Number 21 is A. It grows 1/10 to 1/8 per month. The growth of the nail plate is affected by all of the following except nutrition, genes, exercise, or general health. So which one does not affect the growth of the nail plate? Well, I'm going to go with genes, B. 22 is B, genes. Your health definitely will affect it. Exercise, if you're healthy, you're exercising, your cell turnover is better, and then obviously good nutrition will definitely help. All right, Stephanie's pregnant. Poor Stephanie. She is talking to her cosmetologist friend, Charlie, about how wonderful her prenatal vitamins have been for her hair and her nail growth. What could Charlie tell Stephanie about her nail growth? All right, let's go through them. The vitamins must have biotin in them. Stephanie already had excellent nail growth. Certain foods that pregnant women eat more likely the reason nail growth rates accelerate during pregnancy, whether she's taking prenatal vitamins or not. That is the only answer that sounds correct to me. 23 is D. Nail growth rates accelerate during pregnancy, whether she's taking her prenatal vitamins or not. It is a byproduct of being pregnant. It doesn't have to do with the prenatal vitamins. 24. How would you compare fingernail and toenail growth? Okay, as toenails get longer, the matrix gets longer, then thicker. As fingernails get longer, the matrix gets longer and then thicker. Fingernails are thicker than toenails because the matrix is longer. Toenails are thicker than fingernails because the matrix is longer. I believe that is letter D. Yes, D. Again, I always look over here to my answer key because I don't know every answer in the book. So D is your answer for 24. The toenails are thicker than the fingernails because the toenail matrix is longer. That's the only reason. Nothing else makes sense. Last question. What is the relationship between nail cell production and plate growth? The faster the nail cells are produced, the slower the plate will grow. That sounds opposite. The faster the nail cells are produced, the faster the nail plate will grow. Sounds reasonable. The slower the nail plates are produced, the faster the plate will grow, or nail cells that grow fast make the plate brittle. B sounds reasonable to me. Yep, it's B. So the relationship between the nail cell production and the plate growth is B. The faster the nail cells are produced, the faster the plate will grow. All right, that was a pretty simple one. There's 25 questions for you to study from for your chapter 5, nail structure and growth. I hope you guys have a great day. See you soon for chapter 6.